Well, you may have heard on TV or read in the paper statements like, won't it be terrible if we ever have MMT? Or MMT's dangerous. And there was a bill before the American Congress a few years ago calling on the US Congress to declare MMT a danger to American society. And of course, those who become attracted to the ideas will say things like, oh, won't it be great if we have MMT? Or won't it be great if we have MMT policies? So you get these polarised views about this idea that in some way MMT is a regime shift or a shift in policy structures, bad or good. The problem is that neither conception is valid. And MMT is better understood as a superior lens for understanding the operations of the monetary system that we have out there, that we operate within every day. And it's a superior lens for understanding the capacities of the currency issuing government and the consequences of using those capacities in different ways. So it's about the world we live in. And if you get paranoid about that, well then ease up a bit. You'll be okay. Then the question is, what about policy? Well, MMT is relatively agnostic about policy. And the reason I say that is because to move into policy space and come up with different policies, you need to impose an ideology or a set of values onto your MMT understanding. So here's an example. We've got a continuum left to right, that's the traditional economic scale. So if you're on the left, you believe in a lot of state intervention and a lot of state activity. If you're on the right, you bias your thinking and your values towards markets and things like that. And then on this continuum, we have individualism or libertarianism. And on the other end of the continuum, we've got collectivism. So this is like a social scale. How collective is your thinking? How individual is your thinking? And so take an individual out here who's like a left-winger, believes in a lot of state regulation, a lot of state intervention, and believes in society and believes in strong public institutions like health and education, and the state taking a major role in climate change and those type of interventions. Now compare that person to another one out on the other quadrant here, who's a right-winger, if you like, who believes that the state should get out of our lives, should free up markets, deregulate, privatise, and let the market sort it all out. Well, those two individuals could have exactly the same MMT understanding, use the same lens, but come up with completely different policy sets, prescriptions, because they've got totally different value systems. And so it's very important to understand that MMT isn't a regime we shift to, and that it's relatively agnostic about policy.